Now you write over with Liz Rose, correct?
Yeah, I write for Liz Rose and Universal Music.
She is. I am a huge fan of hers as well. Can you tell us a little bit about how that relationship came about?
Actually, it kind of fits in with the story in the next song I'm going to play.
I did that on purpose.
I know that was really good. So the band that you mentioned earlier that I was in, the Dirt Drifters, we had a business manager, a guy named Chris Wider here in town, and so he was our business manager, and he's always been really good to me, and he's the one that introduced me to Liz because he's her business manager. So he kind of made the introduction, and Liz and I wrote together. And at the time, I was looking for a deal, and she was just starting up her publishing company at the time. This was back about 2011, 12. So my Taylor Swift history is not super sharp, but she wrote a lot of that first record with Taylor, and was able to start a publishing company. And I was one of, I think, her first 2 or 3 writers that she signed. And so I was there for a first stint for a few years. That was right when the band kind of exploded. And actually, the band fell apart like probably a month after I signed with Liz. And I was kind of like, I'm sorry, the band fell apart. And she was like, that's okay. We signed you as a writer, which was one of the best things you can hear.
That's great.
And so fast forward, I guess, a lot of years. So I had my first deal with Liz, and not much came of that for me in terms of cuts and stuff going on. And the band fell apart, and as Charlie said, I went out on the road and played guitar for Josh Thompson. And then Josh became successful as a writer and kind of came off the road. And at the time, my personal life was kind of falling apart, and I needed to find a job. So re-enter Chris Wider. I have a background in accounting. I already quit accounting once to get in the music business, and it's going to happen again. But so I needed a job, and so actually the day that Chris offered me a job was the day that this next song that I'm going to play got cut by Jason Aldean. And so in true music industry fashion, it'll mess with you. So I was actually in a cubicle when this song was cut by Jason, and then Miranda Lambert jumped on it, which was pretty cool. And I watched the whole thing. It became a #1. Was nominated for Song of the Year a few years ago, and it allowed me to quit accounting again. So I'm hoping I don't have to go back to Chris and ask for a job again. But there was a blessing at the time in my life, both him offering me a job and me being able to do that, and then this song doing what it did. So I'm gonna just play it at this point.
That's great, man. Can't wait to hear it.
This is a song called "Drowns the Whiskey." All the folks down in Lynchburg, Tennessee, been working hard for good old boys like me. I don't want to be the one to tell that stuff that they've been selling ain't working like it should, but I damn sure wish it would. Whiskey's supposed to drown a memory. I've gone from one to one too many. And the thing that really gets me is how your memory drowns the whiskey. Maybe it's the bar or the stool I'm on. Maybe it's the band or the sad old song that keeps me buying rounds and keeps me turning down any girl that wants to dance. You ain't giving them a chance. Whiskey's supposed to drown a memory. I've gone from one to one too many. And the thing that really gets me is how your memory drowns the whiskey. Oh girl, I'm living proof that 80 proof ain't got a shot at touching you. Whiskey's supposed to drown a memory. I've gone from one to one too many. And the thing that really gets me is whiskey's supposed to drown a memory. I've gone from one to one too many. And the thing that really gets me is how your memory drowns the whiskey. Yeah, the thing that really gets me is how your memory drowns the whiskey. All the folks down in Lynchburg, Tennessee, been working hard for good old boys like me.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Thank you.
Golly, that's what a great song, dude. I love that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.